Hey everyone, welcome back to Teenage Therapy. I'm Gael.
I'm Kayla.
I'm Thomas.
I'm Isaac.
I'm Mark.
Welcome back to the next episode of Teenage Therapy. Also one of Isaac's last one. It's a loop.
It's in this
I'm in a loop. So we recorded 2 episodes in one day, but we don't know if we're posting which one we're posting first. So we'll just repeat the same stuff. This is Isaac's last episode with you. If we said that last week, forgive us. But if not, then we'll say it
surprise. This is a nice little surprise.
Isaac's back. He came back.
I'm back.
He dropped out.
Isaac ended up not moving to Berkeley.
He said he couldn't do it. He couldn't leave us.
I know.
He's going to Cyprus. Cal State Fullerton.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Welcome back to this episode. So, I mean, it is true that people are leaving. Thomas and Kayla are leaving to LA, so not too far, but they're still leaving our general area. Isaac's leaving 8 hours away, so that's just pretty far.
Crazy. Long gone.
He's gone, right? Like, we won't hang out. So there is a weird feeling because your whole life, at least us, I feel like we're used to like living around the same area, right? So it's like this 20-mile radius. No, even like this like 10-mile radius, like 5-mile radius, right? Like a 5-mile radius. And like we've just always been in that bubble. And people don't live more than like 10 minutes away. We don't go to school more than 10 minutes away. So it's kind of weird that like we're actually spreading out. And like, you know, the way I visualize it whenever I think about it in my head, I imagine I'm like looking at the U.S. I'm looking at America from the top, and America's flat. And I just imagine like, you know, where there's like a circle and they go, and they land in different parts.
I get
you know? Kind of like when the Dragon Ball split.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it shows like the American, it goes where they go, like, yeah. So that's how I imagine us, like someone's going here, someone's going here. So I guess that might make us sad, possibly. How do you feel about it, Mark? Are you sad? Because I mean, us too, we're staying here in our little bubble still.
It's really sad. It's like give me a second. Go ahead. How do you feel about it first?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. It hasn't hit me. I don't know if it's necessarily hit me that like people are leaving, or maybe it has, and maybe I just haven't processed my feelings, because I have like a pretty bad habit of like not thinking about something and feeling like it doesn't affect me, and then one day like I'm like walking, like getting groceries, I stop and I think like, oh wait, and then like I'm like I crumble. So who knows? I'm like yeah, it's sad, but I'm pretty shut the fuck up.
Optimistic.
Damn it. I'm pretty optimistic, right? Like I'm an optimistic person. So I see everything from like, guys, please, let's focus back. Let's focus back.
It happened in the car too.
It did. I was in the car. I was talking about like how we're leaving in September, and like I could not get the word out. I was like, we're leaving in September.
Like, what is going on? He could not pronounce it.
It was like I was out of breath. Like, I had no more breath to finish the words. Like,
catch your breath. Like, I'm not going anywhere.
I had to take a moment to breathe. Oh my goodness.
You couldn't say it.
No. But I'm a pretty optimistic person. So when I imagine people leaving, like it just, I don't understand the gravity of the situation, I guess, because I always just think like, I mean, we could just visit them like anytime. They're only like 30 minutes away. Oh, he's 8 hours away. Oh, we'll just visit him whenever, or he'll come visit whenever. So I don't truly think I ever understand like how it will actually affect me when like people leave and stuff, and like it is going to be like a sort of blank space there. So I probably won't really have strong feelings about it until later on.
That's cool. The way you look at it when you explained it, it sort of opened my perspective, kind of, because then I don't really feel. It made me feel better, because I could literally visit you guys, do a car ride. It's like not the worst thing.
And you have your own car.
I do. I could like be like, yo, Kayla, what's up?
And going to San Fran would be fun.
Yeah. I could be like, you know what? Yeah, but it didn't hit me until this one time when I was hanging out with Thomas and Kayla. Kayla brought this question.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna happen like eventually. But she brought up this question. This is gonna be an end of an era, you know. How do you feel about it, Mark? And initial response, I didn't think too much of it. I was like you. I didn't give too much thought of it because I didn't realize how real or the gravity of the situation, like you said. But then after thinking about it, you know, it's been on my head. Gave it some time to process. I think later that night, I like talked about it with Thomas, and then I started bawling. I started crying because you guys are leaving. You guys are going. You're leaving. Yeah, and then that's like been it affected me a little bit throughout the weeks after that, cause I definitely felt a little moody, and as you
Yeah, I
can
know. We know, Mark. I'm just kidding.
yeah, a little like nudge here and there. Not, yeah, yeah, and to be honest, you know, I still feel sad about it. Like you guys are leaving. Of course, you know, you guys are one of my closest friends. And to see that happen is just really, really sad. And you know, I just know that I'm gonna miss you guys. So, I mean, it's because like I don't know, we just spent so much time with each other. We spent lots of time with each other. Like through this podcast, you know, 2 years, no, 3 years, kind of. A lot has happened in these 3 years. You know, we got super close. We had our ups and downs. You know, we fought for a bit, but we always talked about it, and then we always got back. It's just gonna be a change in routine for sure. Cause it's gonna be crazy. It's just gonna be us two, you know. Us two in this city. Pretty crazy.
That's true. There's only gonna be 2 members left in this city.
I know. Pretty wild.
That's not very main character energy. That's so sad.
Literally.
That's like when you like. It's like when you like it's in the show's ending and like all the characters are like they all went away. Those 2 stay though. It was like off to new season.
Isaac is like the main one.
Going to travel London.
real.
Fuck. That's good for you though.
Yeah, very good.
I'm very happy for all you guys.
Thank you.
Honestly.
We love you, Mark.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think about it a lot, and I like every time because I don't know what it is with like Kayla and Mark, but they like to bring it up and they like to remind me of what's happening, and like I block it out because I don't want to deal with it yet. But I don't know, like I've had like a very, very good summer. Like this was like the best summer I've ever had and like the best time of my life. Like I've grown a lot these past like 2-3 months, and I've had so many like fun experiences, so many good memories, and you know, obviously like I mean, I always like remembered them and cherished them, but it is ending, and if I think about it too much, then I get really sad. But yeah, it's just like it's bittersweet. Cause I'm very excited to like go to U.S.A. and like have like a new beginning, I guess. But I also kind of wish that like this could be like forever.
Yeah.
Physically, it's weird because I sort of feel like a hole, like right here.
Oh my
Or I feel
god,
like
that's
empty.
so deep.
Stop! You're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, well, that's just what I feel right now.
I mean, I know that like I say it, but I never like mean it in like a like let's truly think about it. I just say in like a like, you know, we have this like we're gonna be gone soon, you know? And I don't even think I fully grasp the fact that I'm no longer gonna be like in I was gonna say the city. I was gonna say the city we're in. I'm no longer gonna be near the area, and I don't think I fully grasped it. Even when it comes to my family, like I don't realize that the place I've lived in for like all of my life, like literally since my birth, I'm no longer gonna be there, and I'm gonna have my own space, of course shared, but you know, I'm gonna have my own space and everything, and you know, like, yeah,
That's really exciting.
it's exciting but also sad. Oh god, my mom.
No,
You think about my
no.
mom?
Stop.
There's no tissues here, guys. I can't be like tissues.
Anyways,
Go.
are there actually no tissues?
No.
Why?
They use them all at the party.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go. Think about your dad. Oh, go back in.
They just like go right
Go
back.
I'm good now.
That's funny.
Kind of worked.
Yeah. It's just sad because
Why is it sad?
like they're gonna get older. Like
What did you say that?
I'm not gonna be there every day to see.
No, you're not.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's like the only part that gets me like really sad. The rest is more like I know I'll be back. Like they're gonna visit me, I'm gonna visit them. But it's just my parents that gets me a little.
Yeah. It's like a very big change in our lives. And I don't know if I'm ready for it. Like, I like what I'm doing right now. Like, life is like so simple right now. Like all I have done for like the past few months is just have fun. Like that's all I've been doing. And like it's like so wholesome when you really think about it. Like all the things we've done together. Like I don't know. It's like it's all gonna change. But at the same time not really. Yeah, because I mean,
Yeah.
like we're literally like an hour away, at least like Kayla and I. So
Someone's probably moving from like Oklahoma to like California, and they're like, "Girl, you're like 30 minutes away."
I know, literally all my roommates are coming
Yeah.
from like different parts of the US.
Yeah.
Like out of country even, and I'm over here crying because like I'm gonna be an hour away.
yeah,
Like
it's not that bad if you think about it.
not
but
to validate my own feelings, but you know, it does put things into perspective also.
Yeah.
like it's not that bad.
Yeah,
So it
it's
ma-
not
make-
horrible.
makes us
It's
feel
really
better.
Yeah,
not
it's really
horrible.
not.
Yeah, it's just I did have like those weird realizations, like because I'd be walking home and I'd be like walking the area that I usually walk, and it's like, damn, I'm like literally been in this like specific block for the past like basically all my life since I gained consciousness. So I'd imagine like it's gonna be kind of weird if I ever like move up, because okay, the area we live in is not the best, right? Like it's pretty bummy, like it's not great. People get their fingers cut off sometimes.
Helicopters fly overhead.
Yeah, it's not the greatest. So there's a
There's one right
helicopter.
now.
Really? No, that's just the AC.
No.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a helicopter or AC?
Helicopter.
Could be either.
I thought that's why you said
Wow.
it. 'Cause
Yeah.
Wait, let me get toilet paper.
Kayla's getting toilet paper, guys, because couldn't handle it. Bad bitches don't cry. So yeah, like since we don't live in like the greatest area, I was just thinking like, damn, I wonder if like someday I'm like in a house in fucking like the hills of Bel Air or some shit in a private neighborhood, and it's like kind of a weird feeling because you know how Parasite they display wealth as like you go up in height. It's like that same thing. Like it's gonna be kind of weird if I ever do go up because I'm like just so used to this one thing. That could be a whole episode of its own though. In terms of abandonment and like just people leaving, it's quite sad. It's quite sad. Probably need a therapist.
Yeah.
I probably need therapy or something. But I really want a dog. I feel like a dog would really help with things like this. Cause it's like because you know how friends like come and go, right? It's like, oh, they might leave, they might come back, they like leave, they go to college, everyone goes their own ways, and then like maybe when you're an adult, it's like, yo, there's like no one there anymore because everybody like split up. I feel like a dog is so comforting because you just
A dog
know
is forever.
they're so loyal to you. Oh my god, that's so cute. I literally saw a TikTok of a man like eating at a restaurant with his dog, and the dog's just sitting there politely like drinking water, and like I was starting to cry because I was like, I want a dog so
like,
bad.
you'll just have a companion always.
Just a companion.
And like they just love you.
They just love you.
Like you're their earth, basically. And they get so sad when they don't see you. I want one.
Oh my god.
They're obsessed.
For real. So
Okay.
I feel like dogs would really help with the issues.
Loneliness.
Yeah. Loneliness issue. It's a lot of nostalgia and loneliness. Is the two feelings that I feel like are pretty common. Is your nostalgic and your loneliness. And I guess those two feelings is what makes like something bittersweet. In a sense. Or maybe it doesn't. Do you think bittersweet is like loneliness? Like something going away? Or is it just like it's happy and sad? It can be, right?
Yeah.
I look
So
at it
maybe
more
it isn't.
like outlook, appreciation. Like there's still positivity. That's like the sweet part. Like it's cool.
It's very true. Very true. But yeah, kind of sucks that like all our friends are leaving. But you make new ones, I guess. So it kind of goes on with life. And I think I'm just mostly interested in just seeing how like it's actually gonna change. Like what will be the new routine.
Scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think about that a lot.
It could be like we could be heading into like a terrible routine. Like we'd be like, damn, I wish I didn't take that routine we had before for granted. Or we could be heading into like a really good one. It's like, oh, like I was so worried or scared. It was like actually really nice.
Only time will tell.
We'll have to see. I know that for me, I do sometimes feel like I'm abandoning my home. Fuck. But I know it's for the best.
You feel like you're abandoning your home? Like
yeah, it's like
you're leaving them behind?
Yeah.
I remember you talked about it in a podcast.
Did I?
It's kind of like guilt. Yeah. Because you're like, I don't know, it's like you're guilty for like improving your own life in a way.
I guess like it's sort of like wait. Like I wish they had the same opportunities as me.
It's like they helped you get here and now you're leaving, you know?
Yeah.
But this is what they wanted.
Yeah, it hurts when they're like, I'm giving you the life I never had.
Oh, no.
Fuck. Yeah, don't do that to me, bro. That hurts.
But yeah.
It's definitely a privilege to be able to like do all these things and go to like this very like good school. And I remember I talked to you guys about this, how like it was weird to, at least when it comes to me personally, it was weird to like feel like I could go to like a like prestigious school, like like a really good university, right? Because since our whole lives we haven't really, I guess, been very privileged to say. To me, my identity is sort of like not linked with like all these like privileged experiences. So whenever I do get a chance and I do get an opportunity to have something, it feels kind of weird taking it because it doesn't feel like you, I don't know if the word is belong there, but it just feels weird because you're just not used to it. And so that's why I think having like everyone go away and stuff, and like the fact that I also could have gone away, makes me feel not very sad. is because like it feels like um it wasn't even like the right move for me or something. Like it was just it
It's not your
was
timing yet.
yeah, I don't even know if it's just my time, but it's just not like it doesn't feel like I would feel like at home there or like I belong there, I guess. Like because I said like to imagine me saying like, oh yeah, I go to this like to UC Berkeley or I go to like U.S.A or something like that. Like those are like pretty prestigious universities that like comes with a lot of privilege and like, you know, literally a lot of rich, wealthy people go there. And so to be surrounded by that feels weird, right? It feels like just not something you're used to, and that's a weird feeling. And then also like leaving your parents to go to these like privileged experiences. It almost feels kind of like snobby in a way, right? Like even though you worked for it and that's what they want, like they really worked for you to get to a good school and stuff. Like leaving them to actually go to that school still is sad because I don't know, it feels like it's hard. There's a lot of guilt that comes with like moving up and like forward because maybe it just doesn't feel like you deserve it at times. And if you do, you wish that like your family had the same opportunities as you to be able to like have everything that you have. So that's been like a weird experience about like people leaving and stuff. And maybe that's why I don't feel so sad. Because it just doesn't feel like it's something that I was supposed to do either way.
Yeah. That's interesting. I tried like to really picture myself in your shoes and like and like just for me personally, I don't know if like I feel that pressure. I was really searching for that feeling, but this is like exactly what my parents wanted from me. Like they wanted me to get into a good school and they wanted me to like chase my dreams or whatever, and like I don't know, I don't really do that. I don't think that I do not belong there. Like I feel like I kind of deserve to be there. Like because I mean Kale and I worked hard to get into U.S.A. And so I don't know. Like I don't really see it in like a pessimistic kind of way. I see it as in like this is what my parents want, and I just need to make them proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's like a weird feeling because it's not necessarily like I don't see it as like not belonging there, as in like I'm not like capable or I'm not deserving, but it's just not like my people, right? Like this is like it's just weird because you're so used to like the types of people that you grew up around. So that's the thought. I think just the thought of like, oh, okay, it's relief. That's what it is. One moment, please. We gotta get new tissues, bro. Okay, it's relief. It's a lot of relief because I feel like I see myself as very underprivileged, which is like kind of just a fact. So to be able to have these opportunities is relieving. Because I think the first step is like obviously the hardest is like the biggest hurdle you have to get past, because to get from 0 to 1 is really, really hard. But to get from like 1 to 10 is a little easier. From 10 to 100 is a lot easier. So I think it's a lot of relief, right? That like you it was like somewhere you knew you had to get to, but you never truly like knew if you were gonna get there. And so it's a lot of relief, but also kind of like bittersweetness, because you know there's so many people that like won't make it there. And I think that's why it feels like also guilty for family because they never made it to where you're gonna make it. So more than anything, I think it's just a lot of relief that I feel that I have the opportunity to like do a lot of these things, and that's why it's a weird relationship with privilege. Yeah.
I agree with you, Kyle. Like, when I got accepted into like U.S.A. and like even UCLA, it was relief. It was like, if I go to either one of these schools, I knew that like I was gonna be able to like I was gonna be set for a while. And so like I would be able to help my parents.
Yeah. I think there was a lot more pressure than I realized. And something I like just realized now, which is what I mean, like every once in a while I like start to think and I realize like what's been going on, and it's like it makes me realize like, oh shit, I didn't even know I was feeling this.
Yeah, I know, like talking about it with you, especially because I'm relating to like what you're saying. It's sort of like been subconscious.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like all just like rising.
Yeah, I think it's something that I like subconsciously had, is that there was a lot of pressure to climb that first step. And so I know this is like a very common feeling with POC in general. I mean, it just takes so much work. I don't know, it's just privilege is such a weird battle because you see it's frustrating too, just seeing people that like have it so much easier. Like they're born with so many more opportunities, and we always have to work so much harder to really reach the same heights, and it's not easy. And so when you finally reach one height, it makes it, I don't know, I feel like this is kind of like the first step in that. It's like what school you get into. So yeah, I don't know, there was a lot of pressure, and it's nice to talk about because I really had like never even giving it much thought that like this is what
I was
I was
just
feeling.
thinking that like I'm glad that it's like a safe space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because otherwise I would have never like really come to terms with it, I guess. So thank you.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, that's also why I think I'm like, it's nice seeing everyone like leave and stuff, because it's like sad, but it's also like, it's also something to cheer for, that like you're one step closer to lifting like your whole family up, right? So that's always a nice thing. You're a pioneer per se.
Thank you.
Yeah. You're gonna conquer San Francisco and Berkeley, Isaac, and then you guys are gonna conquer LA, and we'll conquer OC.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, claiming territories right now.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're splitting up all of SoCal.
Yeah.
We got some in NorCal. No, nothing in the Midwest though.
It's like nothing.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll leave
Sorry
the Midwest
if
for
you're a
everyone
listener
else.
over there.
Yeah.
If you're listening in the Midwest, driving through the valley. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Shout out to Fresno and Bakersfield.
Dutch Bros.
For real.
Clutch.
For real.
Honestly, yeah, okay. It is really weird to think about where we are now, because this is this is what we have been like thinking about for like the past, like basically our whole lives. And it's like something we've been working towards all throughout high school, like all of those hours and everything. It was put into like getting into college, and I feel like I just like like completely forget that. Like I forget that like so much went into this, and
Now we have the rewards.
yeah, and now we're here, and I don't really take like a moment to really appreciate that, or like I guess congratulate, ourselves or anything. But yeah, I'm really glad that we made it. And I don't know, big shout out to the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Our parents are everything.
Yeah. Big shout out to the parents.
Probably
To the
don't even know how to
parents.
listen to this, but
Yeah. Parents.
mhm.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see where we end up after this. Hopefully somewhere good and not with a lot of debt and no job. But it should get a little bit easier. So anyone have anything else? Cool. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Short but sweet, I hope.
Bittersweet.
Bittersweet. Everything's bittersweet.
You know.
Everything is bittersweet. And yeah, if you have any built up pressure, I hope you take a moment to figure out what's bothering you. Because it's always something you would have never thought is bothering you. That's like maybe why you feel weird sometimes. But thank you for listening. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.